Hi, Brandon Cron, Apartment Gym Reviews, here with another apartment gym review. Just got a few new pieces in. Actually, sorry, I've had these for a couple weeks, but I wanted to test them out. I wanted to give them the gears before I was able to really review them for you guys. Because when it comes to a specialty item like this, you do want to be a bit more selective. But if you're in apartment gym situation, you're in a home gym situation, where storage is a factor, where keeping your neighbors, keeping your family happy is a factor, then this particular item is probably going to be right up your alley. So today what we have is the Bells of Steel crash pad, okay, or silencer, basically, a bumper silencer. Bells of Steel, great company, and so far we've had this one for 3 weeks. We put it through deadlifts, we put it through cleans, snatches. The most I've dropped on it so far is about 315 from about the hip. And there's no damage whatsoever. There's no fading of the material, nothing. They're in great shape. The vinyl has stayed in a good shape, like it hasn't shifted around. Yeah, so far they're a great option. The reason why I went with this option, for those of you who have been looking around at something like this, considering getting something to aid in your training, but maybe keep the noise down a little bit, I went with this one versus like the Rogue, for example. So Rogue came out recently with a set. Titan has a set. Pound Pads, I think they're the originator. They obviously have a set. There are a few other smaller companies, but these four seem to be the top four that came up in any given search. The Rogue had a few good options. It was year-long warranty. It was $330 something. I think it was $335 Canadian. Titan, they have their crash pads. They became kind of popular because people were getting them for such a cheap price. It was $150. I think that's American for two, so for a set. Couldn't find anything about a warranty though, and I've seen people use them. They seem to stand up just fine. It does feel like a cheaper material, but for what they're used for, like it's gonna get beat up anyway. From what I've seen, they seem okay. But again, they don't come with a warranty like Rogue. The next one was the originator, the Pound Pad. So that was $400. I couldn't find a Canadian price, but it was $400 USD. So two of them for 400 bucks American. So do the conversion wherever you happen to be if you're watching this video, and that's how much it's going to be for you. And then the shipping and handling. Right, same thing with the Rogue, also shipping and handling. Titan, free shipping and handling on their product. And then finally we had the Bells of Steel. This was $250 Canadian, plus shipping and handling, and then it's got the 1-year warranty. So decide price point. If it's a factor for you, depending on where you are, it's going to be kind of dependent on how much that shipping and handling is going to be, what the conversion is going to be. If you're buying in the continental United States, then it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper for you to maybe go with the Rogues or something like that. If you're looking for your cheapest, maybe the Titan. But we went with this one, and overall I'm really happy with it. The construction, like I said, is very good. It's pretty heavy duty with the zippers and the vinyl. One of the features that this had that I didn't see in any of the other products was that it has this Velcro. It has a Velcro around the front, and around the back it has the opposing Velcro, so the hooks. What's nice about that is if you ever needed to, say you were living in an apartment situation where you really had to keep the noise down, you needed even more deadening of your deadlifts, cleans, snatches, whatever it happens to be, you can actually buy another set and stack them up on top, and it just gives you that much more cushion. Additionally, you could use them as a block pull for someone who needs, again, quiet block pulls. You can Velcro another one to the front, right? And then you've got, each of these is 6 inches. So if you Velcro another one on there, you'd have 12 inches pull. You could do an 18-inch pull if you wanted to get 3 sets, and they would be the quietest pulls anyone's ever heard. At whatever weight, they're rated to handle over 400 pounds, so they're not gonna rip, they're not gonna tear. They're gonna do you justice. And the Velcro, I know like you could probably stack the other products like the Rose, the Titans, the Pound Pads, probably just fine to be honest. But having the Velcro, like when I attach the other one we have to the front of this one, they're not coming apart without some effort. Like I gotta get in there, dig them apart, and that's the only way they seem to come apart easily, to be honest. So, and it's strong. Like I've pulled it back, I've taken a look at the stitching. Like there's no opportunity for me to get my fingers in there really. Like, this is really well affixed to the front. The stitching along the vinyl is in great shape. The zipper is actually, if there's anything I would say that I don't love about this product, I would say it is the zipper overall. Not to say that it doesn't work or that it's sticky or that I think it's going to fail me, but I think if anything is going to fail me before I would expect it to, right? Like I expect that eventually 5,000 drops later I might see some wear and tear in the fabric that covers the outside, or maybe even the cushion on the inside. I might get a bit of a divot eventually. But I think that if anything's going to fail me before I would expect it to fail me again, would be the zipper. I think it might snap, but whatever. That's a small fix, and it's a small issue, really, that hopefully Belles of Steel maybe just does a bit more of a heavy-duty zipper in the long run. The other small issue that I have with this, and it's silly, but if you're the person who's owning these products, if you're the person who's owning the space where you keep these products, and you're someone who likes to keep that space looking good, okay, bear with me. This is the handle, and the handle is freaking awesome. It's like seatbelt material handle, it's strong. That's never gonna rip on me, especially considering that I'm only really grabbing it to move it from point A to point B. I'm not doing kettlebell swings or snatches with this thing or whatever, right? But that's the handle. So that's where if I was going to store this product, I'd probably slide something under the handle, affix it to the wall, and that's where it would stay. If I do that, it's going to be looking at me upside down the entire time. That just drives me insane. I don't know why. Anyway, if Belles of Steel is listening, wherever you are, if you could just quickly, right, just like that, golden. That's literally the only other issue I have with it. Like I said, 3 weeks, deadlifting, snatching, cleaning, whatever. I've dropped from the shoulder, I've dropped from overhead, I've dropped from the hip. Like no wear and tear. I think there's like some chalk marks, look, but they actually went away. So yeah, fantastic product. And that's for any gym. Now, particularly in an apartment gym setting, so we got a few complaints about noises that weren't of the normal variety of apartment noises. So we got workout complaints. And went and got these the next day. We haven't heard a thing since. No one has bothered us since we've got these, right? I've spoken to my neighbors and they're happy about it, right? We got the flooring laid down and it seems like everything that happens in here is fine. But if I was deadlifting on the balcony, that's when we were having an issue. So once we got these in place, quiet, right? I was dropping, like I said, like 300 pounds straight down from my hip. Couldn't hear a thing. People in the apartment, you'd hear the barbell rattle, but you wouldn't hear the thud, like the thud, the hitting of the ground anymore. I wasn't dropping it when these weren't here, by the way. I'm just not breaking my balcony. Okay, so other than that, that covers the weak points. If you want something that's going to be easy to store, that's going to make your training environment in your apartment gym, in your home gym, that much better, if you want to be able to really open up while you're training and not worry about having to quietly put down every deadlift, that was something I was having to do, having to really control the eccentric component of every deadlift, every clean, every snatch. This has changed all that, right? So now I can comfortably lift without being concerned about those things. This is a great option. Easy to store, just tucks into a corner. Like I said, it's gonna get wall mounted, upside down, but it's gonna get wall mounted and it's gonna just save us more space, and it's a great tool. Okay, so one last thing that I forgot to mention, if you're someone who lives in the GTA, you can go to Dotmar Fitness. So those are Belles of Steel. So if you wanna get those, you can go to bellesofsteel.com, They have them in stock last I checked. Again, COVID-19 coronavirus market, so they'll sell it quick. So get on top of it right away, and you'll be paying your shipping and handling, whatever it happens to be. If you're a GTA, someone who lives in the GTA, then the option for you is to go to Dotmar Fitness. They're located in Mississauga. They did have them in stock. That's how I grabbed mine. I think they still do. Go on their website, shoot them an email, whatever you have to do. They'll probably have some more for you. It was a better option for me just because I didn't have to wait as long, A, I didn't have to wait for shipping, and B, I was able to put my order in and then go to the store and pick them up basically contactless the next day. So faster, and for those of you who don't want to pay the shipping and handling, probably a little bit cheaper too. So that's it for the video for today, and thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please drop a like or subscribe. And Brandon Caron with Apartment Gym Reviews. Talk to you later.